All right, here we are.
Anyways, yeah.
Solo up.
It's what the people wanted.
I think the people need a little solo up of
Yeah.
the two of us.
Yeah. I mean, I love a guest. I do.
Same.
But we haven't had some girly chitty chat time in a while.
No, I feel like the people, and as we've evaluated ourselves on the interview front, we could go a little deeper, a little grittier,
Yeah.
grindier.
Yeah.
All my words.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about being a new podcast. It's like you're trying to get people to want to be on, and you want them to like sell their best self on your, because that's the whole reason that we have guests on, is because we want you to promote us. We want to hype you up. It's a
give and take.
Give and take, yes. But sometimes I'm like, can we ask them that?
I know. Like there's some times where I'm like, when I ask this question,
and like
you know what I wanted to ask New Dude Food?
What?
I wanted to ask them, like, have you ever wanted to get with someone who, like, wants to get with you at the Bachelorette? Like, have you ever been like, ooh, it's a little scandalous? Or maybe I made out with someone in a hallway once.
Maybe we can get a response and we'll shoot it back out. But there was that, we had a guest recently where there was, like, a thing that was going on, and I was like, we should ask her about the thing. And you were like, mm-mm.
Well, because that, I don't know.
But see?
I know.
It's good tea.
So we should always ask about the thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, how you doing?
I'm great. I quit my job on Friday.
Taylor and I no longer work together.
We don't. I mean, I will, if you got to work an event and you need somebody to work it and it's just you, I'll come along.
All right. We'll have some of those. We'll have some.
So you can call me, beat me for those.
Well, now we just work together here.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I feel lighter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say a whole lot about it right now. We can dive into it on a later date, but basically I just got a better opportunity and it's the better thing for me to do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm proud of you.
So now I have like 2 weeks to do nothing.
I know.
Actually, I picked up some shifts at the cancer center because who am I? Like, I can't just fucking sit still for 2 weeks.
I thought about that, like being like a stay-at-home something or whatever is like, what do you do with your time?
I was just complaining about Thomas. My boyfriend just had ENT surgery because I was like, you snore and it's the septum or it's me. One has to go. So,
Darius, are you listening?
So we got rid of the septum. And then the first day, I was like, you should have kept the septum because I'm ready to get rid of you. Yeah. Because like men are the inferior species.
I just was listening to a podcast that was like, there is no way that men could have children.
No, men are the inferior species. Like I say it time and time again. And I think that I said that to him when I went back to recovery to see. First of all, he was like, I don't think I need the hour.
Wait, I wish we could share the videos.
The hour, I'll share them to the internet. I don't care. He was like, I don't think I need the hour recovery period after, like the whole hour. And I was like, they just gave you 600 milligrams of Tylenol and you were out like an 87-year-old woman. So like, I don't think you and propofol are going to get along well. So then I went back to see him in recovery and then he was on a different fucking planet. And complaining. I heard 57 times in that hour that his face hurt.
Yeah.
And I was like, imagine if you had to birth a child.
Yeah. No.
And he was like out my vagina. And I was like, well, you don't have one. But yes, just like that.
Men cannot.
No, if men had periods, tampons would fall from the sky.
Have you ever seen the thing where they put the like things and they're like, okay, this is like
it simulates
a slight cramp.
Yeah.
A big cramp. And they're like, ah! I popped Darius's pimple yesterday.
Screamed at the top of his lungs. Worst pain he's ever felt in his life.
It's not a big deal. He's like, oh my God, that hurt so bad. I was like, it did not hurt that bad.
It doesn't hurt that bad. I got a fucking cervical biopsy once because I had an irregular pap smear and they took a hole puncher and she said, you're going to feel it at 6 and 12. And then she hole punched my cervix with no medication. And then she slapped me across the face, said, here's a Tylenol, have a good day. I was like,
how about
what?
Just simply when they put the thing in and then they twist it? Men could never do that.
No. They are the inferior species, like without a doubt.
All the men who listen to our podcast.
Yeah. Darius later is going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No. So I was dealing with that situ like all last week on top of just like figuring out my life.
Yeah.
I had a point about this. I was going to talk about Thomas being a big baby and now I can't remember where I was headed with that. But anyways, I quit my job.
No, and you feel lighter.
And I feel lighter.
Yeah.
So I've got nothing to do and I'm hanging out.
Any big plans nice. Like while you're chilling?
No. I did some self-care yesterday. I went to do a little sauna cold plunge and then I went to the Japanese head spa. Okay, I was just telling you about this. I got to send you a link. Okay. So they take like a microscope to your scalp to see what kind of scalp you have. And I was like, I must have an oily scalp because my hair is constantly greasy. No. My scalp's so dry. It was like flaking off under this
Ooh,
microscope.
crazy.
And then I was like, what's the density of the hair? Like, how fast is it falling out? And she was like, it looks normal. So I think I just have really thin hair.
Yeah.
But
Give me a reason, please, now.
she was like scared of me. I was like, are you sure? So it's oily because it's dry and it's compensating? She was like, no. It's like, okay.
She's like, you're actually completely
She was like,
incorrect.
yeah. She's like, it's 10 a.m. Please shut the fuck up. So you go back and like you get a whole like treatment of your head based
Like
off
a
of
facial, but for your hair.
for your hair, and they rub your head.
Ugh,
And that's all
it's like orgasmic,
I've ever wanted in
honestly.
my life is somebody to rub my head
Yeah.
for an hour. And like I will say,
How
after
much
the
does it
initial,
cost?
okay, so I went to my spa. This is a plug, and not because they gave me anything for free, but because I just loved them there. It's $129 for a custom, but your first visit you get 20% off.
Great.
So it was like 90 some odd dollars.
Yeah.
Free. So then also you get an add-on for free.
Yeah.
So I added like the microcurrent. So I got microcurrent, and then like she was really scrubbing. I mean, they have to do that to like stimulate the follicles for hair growth.
Yeah.
So like my head for like after 20 minutes, I was like, okay,
Yeah. Like
give me
you
a break
need-
for a second.
yeah.
But you get a wash and a condition and all this stuff. And then
Yeah.
she rubbed my shoulders and my neck and my feet.
And also, like, how often do you like do something for your scalp? Not often. So it's
Never.
worth
I know. And it's like,
$99.
I would never have thought that like it was even, so I had seen it. It's like trends on the TikTok. You know how people
Yeah.
like that kind of shit? So I was always looking for one here. And then I actually went to get my hair done, and my hair girl was like, I just went here. You have to go. She's like, I think half of my hair is missing out of my head now because they were like so
Yeah.
aggressive with it. But like, she's like, it's the best thing for hair growth. I'm like, who fucking knew?
Maybe I'll do that pre-wedding.
So I did a little, yeah, no.
Yeah, like good. to just,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because I've got a whole facial regimen pre-wedding,
Uh-huh.
but not
Like leading up to?
yeah. So I just did my first peel, like a very very mild peel.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Okay,
I'm
let's talk about
doing-
this. This is my favorite thing to talk
I
about.
went to Effie
Bucket love skincare.
Spa,
Okay. Unfamiliar.
and it's in Lincoln Park, and I did a peel, and then like a very very minor peel, and then she was like, your face won't even flake, and then we decided to do a BBL laser.
Oh, yes.
Next.
Okay.
So I'm doing 2 BBLs before, not a Brazilian butt lift, BBL, because I've
No,
got like
yeah.
pigmentation in my face. And
Wait,
so she
I'll
was
show
like,
you.
Let's try to.
I'll show you. So my best friend at home she had terrible acne. Like she goes in phases with bad acne. She got BBL, like a series of BBL. I got to show you these before and after pictures. Here I am being a salesman again. Like I
Yeah.
can never just like fucking let it go. But
No, it's.
I got to show you these pictures of her
Yeah.
before and after because they're insane.
Yeah, like I don't have acne scars or anything, but I have like little tiny like red.
Yes,
and brown
like the
marks.
hyperpigmentation. Yes,
And
yes,
she
yes.
was like, this will just help. She's like, nothing crazy. Obviously, like no going in the sun. I was like, okay, where am I going? No fake
Yeah.
tan. I was like, I'm not fake tanning. Like maybe before my wedding or before shower or anything, I'll do like a spray tan, but I'm not like going in a booth. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And I'm like investing in that and then Botox prior to the wedding.
I also saw some girl. I know. I got to go see your Botox guy.
Jacob Bloom
Yeah.
plastic surgery.
That's what
They're
I'm going to
amazing.
do once I get my first big check here shortly. I'm just going to be like, listen, here's how much money I got. Light it up.
No, he's so good and very like he doesn't make you do whatever, like he doesn't force you
Yeah.
to do anything, and it's very natural, and I love him.
Yeah, well, I am like a tried and true to where I go in New
I know.
York, but it's just like it's not convenient.
It's also like you're flying home.
But I don't
and-
pay.
Yeah.
So it's like it's
I
cheaper for
know.
me there. So it's like the cost of the flight is actually cheaper than what
Once
it would
in a
cost
while,
me to.
If you
So
need it.
yeah, right. So like twice a year when I'm home, I can get a little.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
other than that,
No, I know.
but yeah, I gotta go see him. But no, that was really all. I don't have anything else on the agenda. I don't think. I'm just hanging out.
I love it. I love that for you.
Except,
I really could
that's where I was
use-
going with the whole Thomas story. Was that he was like, I'm going crazy at home because he hasn't been able to do anything
Yeah.
all week, and I'm sitting here like, I can't wait to be home by myself. And then my best friend was like, you're such a liar. In 24 hours, you're gonna be like, I need
I'm
something
going
to do.
crazy. I'm
Yeah.
going stir
So that'll
crazy.
probably happen. But for right now, it's been lovely.
Yeah, I could use some time to just like chill.
Yeah. You're not having a great day.
Okay, let me tell you about my day.
Please
So I
do.
wake up in the morning, and I like was a little sneezy yesterday, so I was like, I hope I'm not.
I
Getting
feel like
sick.
you're always sick.
whatever. You know what I just said before?
Yes, I do.
Think that's
What's causing your
why.
illness.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
Okay.
Because not doing it, way better.
Okay.
And I'm not kidding. We're gonna do a little test thing, but
I love a clinical trial.
so right. So I was like, I'm getting a little sick, and I went to bed like I didn't even finish the Oscars because it was kind of boring. No offense. And
I totally forgot. I just honestly, I'm there for the fashion moments and then I'm
Same.
out. Like, I don't care.
And Darius was like, because I was watching E! News like before, and he was like, "Can you tell me what you like and what you don't like?" And so I was going through, and I was like, "I like that. I don't like that. I like that. I don't like that." I thought Demi Moore crushed it. She looked stunning. And what is she, like 60 something?
Yeah,
Like,
she's
bitch, I hope
figured it
I
out.
age like her.
Or have as much money as her to pay to look like her. Yeah.
True. That too. Darius? No, just kidding.
Start saving now.
Okay, so I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm going to do a class. So I do a class and it's GTX at Lifetime. So it's like half on the treadmill, half on the floor, which is like when I get my.
It's like a berries, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I get my CPT certification, I want to teach this. And so I'm on the treadmill for the first time because I started on the floor and I'm running and I get a text and it's like, "Hey, did you drop this off at work?" And I was like, fucking it completely.
You got to leave your phone outside of the workout room. That's your first fail.
You know what it is?
That's your first check for the day.
You know what it is? It's like right up until that like 9 a.m. start. So I keep it just in case.
Just in case what? Somebody dies in the hour that you're at working out? Well, then you can find out about it later.
I'm attached. I don't know. So I was like, fuck. I ran off the treadmill. I go to my car, drive, drop it off, and get back to teach. It's like it was an insane morning, and I feel like it just like threw off my entire like
something interrupting your
or whatever.
Yeah, something interrupting your workout will really fuck
it just
your
like
whole day.
Totally. And then I drove there because I was like just driving, and I never drive because it's right next to me, like right next to my house. And I was like, I walk home, like, la, 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 and then I'm like, fuck, I forgot my car.
Car's over there.
So it's just like, you know, you wake up and you're just like, whoa, this is all kind of
It's
crazy.
chaotic, like, from the start.
That's the start to my day, and I feel like it's just all been chaos from there. Like, Darius texted me midday and was like, "How you doing over there?" And I was like, "Not great."
Not stellar.
I just feel like it's one of those days where you're just like off, and
you were also saying that Darius was like, deep breaths, like shake it off, and you were just like, no, today's a bad fucking day.
Fuck telling me to shake it off. I'm not shaking it off. I'm not Taylor Swift.
Let's have a moment for just like the bad fucking days that just need to be bad fucking days, and you can just like start over tomorrow.
Yeah, like that's kind of how I feel. It's like tomorrow I'll press the reset button, but
the rest of today sucks already.
Like I didn't even make my coffee at home. I was like, fuck it, I'm buying myself a coffee. Like,
do you normally make your coffee at home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you an espresso person?
No, we are a pour over or a French press. So I
fucking love a French press.
So I used to do pour over.
Okay.
And Darius did French press. So French press gives us enough for like 2 cups, so we each can have one. And he likes to buy his coffee beans whole because he feels like they're more intact.
Yeah, and then he grinds them up.
Oh my God, you guys are insane.
I'm with you.
Thomas, are we the same and they're the same?
No, Thomas just found out like what an espresso was like when my mom gave him mine.
You know what? Registering, we were like, do we need to get an espresso? And we're not.
You want to know what? I used to be like, and this is probably because like that was just the culture of like nursing, but like when I tell you that when I worked in the hospital that I used to stop, I'm not kidding, every shift and get like nothing fancy either. I was just like a blonde roast black coffee kind of girl. But I mean like every fucking day. And on my off day, I would have to go and get a coffee. I don't even drink, like once in a while it's like a treat, but let me tell you, I'll butt chug that Celsius at 5 a.m.
Yeah, see,
every day.
You're a Celsius girly?
Oh my God.
Wait, I had my first ever Celsius. I know.
You hated it, didn't you? Most people say that.
Oh,
the grape is terrible.
Horrible.
The grape is terrible.
I was like,
it tastes like, you remember that gum Big League Chew?
To me, it tasted like medicine. Like grape,
artificial grape stuff is disgusting. Yeah,
Horrible.
it's Bolu the other day was like, she texted me, she's like, bitch, I just had a Celsius and I don't know what poison aftertaste this is, and I was like, it's delicious.
Yeah, so I'm a coffee girl, but I have 1 cup in the morning and that's it.
See, I have like gotten so off the coffee train. I should get back on.
Yeah, it's better to be on the Celsius train.
It's not.
I know.
My liver's probably falling apart. Everyone's like, you have a $600 reverse osmosis water filter and you're drinking Celsius. And I was like, give me the vice. Like, I need just one thing.
You know what? We can't be perfect.
Every time someone says that, I was like, I could be doing heroin.
This is
and
where
they're
we
like,
go
I don't know how
today.
we just got there.
You know, like maybe this is where we start today on like, you can't be.
How do you feel about the
perfect.
matcha? Are you a matcha girly?
Okay. So I've tried.
Yeah, me too.
But it takes a lot of work.
A good matcha requires skill.
You gotta like fluff it and like whisk it and then like put it in and then froth it and like it's just a lot. And to me, I drink my coffee black. So even getting into like the grinding the beans and pour over was a lot for me.
Yeah.
So I had to get there. I like matcha a latte. Like I
If
like
someone else
I like
preps it.
matcha
A latte.
but I like it in a latte, like where it's like a little bit of vanilla with milk and you like make it. But
Yeah.
I'm lazy and that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and like a proper one requires like a Japanese stir thing.
I have it.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
literally bought it from Nicole Holistically Well, who has really good grade matcha. But no, I just don't have the patience to do
No,
it
and
all
like
the
a
time.
mediocre cup of coffee is still drinkable. A
Yes.
mediocre matcha is
It's
not.
Yeah. So no,
I'm trying. One of my friends is like she's kicked the caffeine altogether. She's just actually Demi is too. That bitch went from like having a coffee every day. She has 2 matchas a day now. She says it gives her a nice afternoon pickup. I'm like, who has the fucking time?
You know what? I think that's really great. But to me, I like my coffee. I like it in my routine. I'm probably going to keep it.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. Like, that's not something that when I'm thinking about changing my habits, that's not something
That's not one of them. That's not
No.
No, mine either. I'm like, I'll have a case of Celsius before the day starts.
Like, if I have to drink out of a plastic water bottle, I'm like, give me those microplastics. Like, I'm going to die at some point. It's fine.
Well, the fucking microplastics
You know
are in
what?
everything.
Someone told me my Oura Ring's killing me. I don't know.
Really? Has your
Everything's
Oura
gonna
Ring
kill
ever
me.
told you that you've gone to sleep too fast?
You know what it's told me? My latency is long. It's literally like sometimes it takes you a long time to go to sleep. It's also told me a lot minor signs. Something's going on in my body. I'm like, yes, I'm stressed. Thank you. But
You're like, I have to get up every day.
One of the things it told me was like I'm a late morning person, and I was like, that's so true. I'm not an early morning person,
You
but
don't
I can
like
wake up at like 7 or 8 and like get my day going.
Yeah. Marlon said that he thinks that he falls asleep too fast. And that's really bad. That it means he said his friend told him that his Oura Ring said that he fell asleep too fast. And I was like, you don't have narcolepsy. Like,
yeah, but it'll tell you. Like, you can look at it and it can say, like, look at your latency.
Like, what does that even mean? The faster I can get to sleep when I lay down,
you know what? It's a men thing. Men go to, I'll literally look at Darius and he's asleep in 2 seconds.
They're asleep and then they sleep for 4.5 minutes and they're well rested.
Literally yesterday in the middle of the Oscars, it was like the in memoriam, which I like love to see. It's sad, but I like to watch it. And which, by the way, Michelle Trachtenberg was left out. So sad.
XOXO Gossip Girl.
I know. That was sad
they probably did that. Well, they could have fucking thrown something together last minute.
Hugh Hackman,
something.
Greg Hackman.
I don't know. I had a patient last Thursday though at the cancer center.
What is his name?
I don't know. All that's coming to my head is Hugh
Jackman.
Oh, okay. I had a patient at the cancer center last week. She was the first chart that I picked up. It was like 7:02. I go back, I get her to put her IV, and she sits down. She goes, "Did you hear the news?" And I said, "No." "What's going on, Mary?" She tells me, she's like, and his wife and him was that there was no foul play. She was giving me like a full fucking report.
Yeah, they don't know yet.
But literally, she told this whole story, and then she's like, "Crazy, right? You know?" And he's been, and I was like, "Mary, I have no fucking idea who that is."
Did you know when you looked at him though?
Yes.
Yeah.
But prior, no, I was like, I don't know. She was like, couldn't believe this story. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
I only knew because of the pictures. But he was in it. She was not. I think that was just a miss.
And also it was complications of a liver transplant. Yeah.
Sad.
Man.
But anyway, Darius fell asleep for like literally 4 minutes. And then I was trying to take a video because I like when he snores because he thinks he doesn't snore. Mm-hmm. And I like accidentally moved something and he woke up and he's like, "Oh, that was good. I feel good." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
You've been asleep for 4 minutes.
Literally.
No, men are the type of people who will be like, if I just get a 30-minute nap in. I'm like, who's taking a fucking 30-minute nap and is well rested? If I close my eyes and I don't hit a full REM cycle, groggy.
I'm not asleep for 10 hours.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's no napping. If I close my eyes, it's 8 hours.
You know what though? My Oura Ring has told me my REM's not long enough. I don't even know how to change that.
It's probably the caffeine.
I know. It's a lot of stuff.
We're like, no, you want to know why our REM's not long enough? Because we sleep next to men that snore.
Yes.
That's why your REM's not long enough.
Getting his mouth guard. He's not doing his septum.
Oh,
whatever,
did Thomas send him a link?
No, he did a sleep study.
Oh, did he?
He did a sleep study. He has apnea.
Oh, no. He better hurry up before we got to get him a CPAP.
He's doing the mouth guard. And one day I didn't sleep because he snored so loud. And I was like, get the fucking mouth guard. I was so pissed because I'm like, you could have done it. Like, what did you do all week? He's like, I was really busy. I'm like, so you had time to text your friends about new quarterbacks, but not to go buy this. You have time.
Yeah, and they're impeding our wellness.
Yes.
It's really
sure are
about us here.
Everything is about us.
It has to be. If they can go on and sleep with no problem and like have a minor procedure and it's the end of the fucking world, It's awake open heart surgery to them. Like,
Think about us.
yeah.
Think about us.
And
then.
also, how am I supposed to look exactly like this in 20 years if I can't get a good night's fucking rest? You know what I mean?
Botox, a facelift. Let's think of all the other things. Probably, you know what? We don't even know yet what's going to come out.
Honestly, I think that if I clock 50 and she's looking a little saggy, I'd pay the money. I'd be like,
To get a
tighten her
facelift?
right up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's no judgment there.
Oh, 100%. You know who got a facelift that looked good? Caroline Strasbury from Real Housewives of Dubai. Hers looked good.
Some of those
Did you
women
see the
don't look
thing
good.
that happened to her eye on Instagram?
I
She had pink eye that got
Oh, no.
infected, and her
Ew.
eye was like closed, shut, and
Ew.
like literally swollen red.
No.
Yeah.
Pink eye's disgusting.
So gross. Someone farts on your pillow or something.
My mom used to tell me that you get pink eye from somebody peeing in the road. And when I said, yeah. And then when I had a follow-up question, she literally just looked at me and went, it's just what they say. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? That's just what they say. She's like, yeah, you get pink eye from peeing in the road. I'm
That
like,
is
okay.
that's a wives' tale for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
I've heard like farting on your pillow.
Yeah, I've heard that one too. That one makes logical sense. The road thing lost
100%.
me. But again, I asked her and she was like, it's just what they tell me.
Well,
I'm like,
now,
who?
if someone
Who's
pees in the
telling you
road-
this? She's like, them. I'm like, oh, okay.
Damn.
Anyways, yeah.
All right, so
Whirlwind.
let's talk about what we got to before. The pressure or whatever to like you mentioned it, where it was like, are you going to change your habits to like not drink coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Are there any habits you're working on right now to like change or adjust, especially if you've got time?
Oh, no, I mean, I did a really good job of fine-tuning my wellness habits,
Yeah.
like, quite some time ago. So, like, I drink almost a gallon of water every day.
Yeah,
That
same.
I do. The Celsius thing, I'm never going to let it go.
Yeah.
I've already,
Yeah.
I've switched out I also fucking love a Diet Coke,
Oh,
okay?
same.
So, like,
And nothing hits like a McDonald's Diet Coke.
no, and there's no world in which, like, I'm not going to drink a canned Diet Coke. Like,
Yeah.
it just, so, like, that I've accepted as
We all
as
have
a
our
thing.
vices, yeah.
And, like, I'm pretty on, like, I always wash my face before bed. Like, I've kind of, like, fine-tuned my things,
What
I
are your
guess.
things?
Also, you know what I do that I can't stop and I've never been able to stop is I do bite the skin on my fingers
Oh,
when I get
same.
anxiety. But I don't even realize that I'm doing it kind of
Yeah.
thing. So that's why I constantly have to have my nails done. Because if I
Same.
don't, it's
nails
a
are
war
gone.
zone.
No, my nails are gone.
See,
if
no,
I
it's not
don't.
even my nails. It's just the skin around. It's like I'm like eating my hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do I do that?
Yeah.
So that's a thing. I mean, I'm very oriented on the journey, except, listen to this. My new job starts at 5:30.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Wait, that's your workout time.
I know.
What
So
time
I'm
does
going to
it
have
end?
3:30.
So you're gonna be an evening.
I'm going to have to be
girly.
like a 4:00 gym girly.
You can come to my class.
4 days a week.
Wow.
That fifth day, she'll still get there.
Yeah.
But isn't that tragic?
Wow, that's a shift in your schedule.
I know. I'm
Like a
scared.
major shift
I
in your
know.
schedule.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, it's great because like getting done at 3 is
Yeah,
great.
you've got the day, but still.
But like, yeah, I know. So I'm gonna have to become an evening gym gal for at least a short period of time.
you know what though? You're prioritizing your fitness as well. So it's like it doesn't really matter, and you've already trained your body to get up in the morning. So you're
Yeah.
still getting up, and you stay up. You know, like you still like now it's after 3 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. It's just a different transition, and you're just working out at a different time.
I know, but I hate everything
know.
about it. I'm really having a hard time.
I know,
That's my only
but
complaint.
I think you're still gonna do it, and you're still gonna get that workout in.
I know, but it's just.
I
But yeah,
know.
that's like I don't really have any other. The only other habit that I can't kick is the scrolling on my phone before bed. So I'll go through periods where I'm like I'm reading. So like I will. I'm like I'm gonna read now, and I'll put my hatch because I have
Yeah.
2 settings, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll hatch for like I'll put her on the red light for like 25 minutes and I'll read. And then when it switches, I know that it's time to be done reading and then I'll go to bed.
Mhm.
But then sometimes I lay down and I'm just like I just want to do something mindless.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I'm in this like right now in this weird, I don't want to say it's eating disorder because I really don't think it is. And I really, really don't. I am in this wedding phase where I'm planning for my wedding and I want to feel my best. I'm not sitting here like I want to lose 20 pounds. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
But I do want to, truthfully, and I'm going to say it, I want to slim a little.
Yeah,
It's my
you're
wedding.
allowed. Also, you're allowed
You
to say
know?
that.
Yeah.
I can tell that that's making you uncomfortable,
It
but
is
like
kind
you're
of,
allowed
you
to say
know,
that. Yeah.
because it feels like, and I actually had a really good conversation with my mom about it, because I feel like as a prior like eating disorder girly, you're like, you judge yourself a lot harder if you
Oh
say
yeah, you
these
can't
things
say
that like
I
other
know.
people say.
If you don't say it in a joking way. If you're not like, I'd like to be stick thin, hee hee, like it's not appropriate.
Right, exactly. And so I'm like, really, truly in my mind, like I do want to slim a little.
Mhm.
Like I'm being honest. And so I'm figuring out right now this like, okay, eating habits, I think are the biggest thing. More so than moving, because I move every day.
Yeah.
I walk. I am doing this like walk run thing. I teach classes. I take classes. Like I really don't think it's that. Yes, could I be a little bit more like, this is my cycle and this is like, yeah, there's 100 other things I could do that could probably make more sense for my body, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I'm thinking about it, the big thing is food.
Yeah.
And already for my gut health, she was like, you should really limit your carbs and limit your dairy. That's really hard as someone who
And this was based off of stuff that you did testing with Morgan, yeah?
I did testing. I did, like, we did a lot of tests. Then we did a lot of just like supplementation, talking, all of that kind of stuff. And it was like, truthfully, when I eliminated alcohol, carbs, and dairy, I felt the best.
The best, yeah. I haven't been drinking myself lately either, and I tell you, I don't think I ever need to drink again.
It makes you feel so much better.
It does. And like you look aged the next morning without fail.
If you feel like shit, you don't feel like doing anything. Whatever you had planned, you don't want to do that.
No, yeah.
And I feel better, period, without that. So that's like my big thing is like I don't want to lean away from it just because I had an eating disorder, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to lean too hard into it because that gets eating disorder-ish. But I'm like, I got to find this happy medium where like, it's your wedding. And I'm not saying like shred for the wed, but I'm like, I want to feel my best.
Yeah.
I want to look my best. And so like as much as I'm taking care of my wellness, I'm like, I got to take care of the food without restricting, but the food that comes into my body.
So what are you trying to change about your diet? You don't have to say it either if you don't want to.
I would say less carbs for sure. Okay. No dairy. And I'm a big sweet person. Like I love dessert.
Okay.
Like love dessert. And I know that like dairy-free dessert isn't the answer.
Yeah. Right.
But limiting desserts. I'm not eliminating because I love dessert, but like limiting desserts. And that's really the plan is just to do that. And I'm not doing a juice cleanse. I'm not going to do like a Prolon or anything like that.
No.
But just, that's like the biggest change right now is how do I really focus in on my nutrition without being obsessive prior to the wedding. That's like a big wellness thing. Because to your point, I feel like I've gotten like my skincare down. I've gotten like really like that routine down. And this is the one thing when it comes to like how you look, how you feel, that I'm like, I got to hone in on this. And it's like a little bit of that play, you know, like what works, what doesn't work, whatever. But that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Do you find it hard to change your diet habits because of Darius? Or does he kind of just eat whatever you eat?
He kind of eats whatever I eat,
okay.
But he's also like very supportive. Like he's like, you don't need to change. You look amazing, babe. You know, like he's very much like complimentary. But he said he's like, if this is something you want prior to the wedding, like you have to make those changes.
Yeah.
You know, like he's not like, don't do it. But he's very much like, I know you. You know, like when you look at yourself, and I think what's hard is I'm trying on a lot of dresses. Like I'm trying on a lot of like getting a lot of things in, and like they don't fit. And I'm like, fuck, like, it makes you feel bad. Like, a size makes you feel bad. Or, like...
Which sizing in and of itself is a crazy concept, isn't it?
It's horrible.
Like, if you think about it, it's a crazy concept that, like, a size 2 is meant to fit somebody with these dimensions, but like that set of dimensions
is different from a size 2 there, which is different from a size 2
I know.
there.
It is a good crazy concept. I mean, how else would you buy clothes? You'd have to have everything custom made to you. But like, it just like is a crazy concept if you think about it sometimes.
It's crazy. And like you see something that's beautiful and you're like, oh my God, I want that. And then you get it and it doesn't fit you or it doesn't look the way that you want, or you look at yourself in it. And like, I look at myself sometimes and I'm like, I look fucking awesome. And then you try this on and you're like, I just feel gross.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in anything that I wear over that weekend and feel gross. I want to feel
No, and you
amazing.
don't want to feel uncomfortable either. You
No.
don't want to be like, this looks really good, but I have to like have my shoulders, but you know what I mean? Like,
And my therapist was like, you don't want to look not like yourself and look like you're emaciated. And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
not my goal.
yeah.
I just want to be conscious of what I'm putting in my body
Yeah.
prior to the wedding. And that's really it.
Yeah, a little fine-tune health moment. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't really think so either. I'm really, really trying to like be aware of the eating disorder without leaning fully in there to like the restriction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still allowing myself to live. But yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to look good too. Like, as much as we want to sit here and say, like, body positivity for everybody and blah, 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 everybody in their head has an idea, a version of what they think is like their dream, whatever.
150%.
Whether that's a healthy habit to have or not, we all do. So it's like, you can't, like, you can't also limit yourself because you're like, I don't want to, like, teeter on the line of
I think also
my
like,
history.
If I hadn't done all the work that I've done.
That's all, what I was also going to say.
It would be different, but like because I've done so much work, because I'm so aware of my thoughts, because I'm constantly like, okay, like I take a step back and I'm like, let me look at myself. Let me like tell myself I'm beautiful. Whatever the habits are that I do to like combat the thoughts in my head, I'm like, I got this. Like I got this, that I feel strong enough to handle it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And you're the only person who knows that either, or you know what I mean? Either way. So like, if you were like, I don't know if I can do this appropriately, you know, it wouldn't be the thing for you to do. But no, I say pop off.
You know what I am going to do.
I can't wait to see it.
So that's like the big thing. But my skincare routine, I feel like, is to your point, like habit-wise, I've built that routine. And I'm
a fucking psycho with my skincare. Like, I am a fucking psycho.
Are you a natural skincare girly?
I am a medical grade skincare girly, and as of recent, I'm a Korean skincare girly. We talked about this last time, but I hopped on this train hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I would love to sit here and be like, I only use things that are clean. I don't. Like, I'm like, if it's got a medical grade fucking label on it and it costs me $472, then I'm putting it on my face. You know,
I tried to go all natural.
They don't work the same, okay? Okay, all right. Listen, I understand it's better for the environment, and I understand it's better for us, but I take a hard stance on the natural skincares, and I take a hard stance on the natural tampons because they just don't do.
What are natural tampons?
Like the organic cotton, all natural. There's no, because we're essentially like putting cancer into our cervix every time we use a tampon. But like,
what is it? Is it the same like tampon?
Yes, but they just don't absorb. You know, it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do.
Clearly, I'm still on the toxic realm.
It just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And I've tried a million of them, and I'm just like, I'm not doing this. I guess I'm just shoving the cancer stick in there.
Yeah, I just feel like we can't be fucking perfect at everything.
No, we can't.
Every single day, it's like, this is bad for you, this is bad for you, this. Like, you know what? Our food is fucking bad for us, too.
Everything is, it's everything.
We live in America.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else we have to say.
I know.
Like, if we were in Europe, we'd probably be 20 pounds thinner and love our lives and be able to drink alcohol and feel great.
Yeah, and have, like, less skin stuff and, like, illness-related things. But we're trapped at this shithole of a country right now. So we have no choice. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't get down with I mean, some clean skincare is fine. But like to have an all clean regimen, I'm like,
I really have tried and I just don't like the way it feels on my face.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't look as good than when I use the stuff.
Than when I pay $450 for a vitamin C serum.
There's a reason. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%.
Like, there's a reason I paid $400 and something for my red light mask.
Yeah.
Because it works.
You want to know what's funny? Thomas went to go get his nose guys out today. He had splints in there. Mm-hmm. And they said, they put him under the red light when he was there. And he was like, oh, my girlfriend has a mat. And they were like, you should use it every day. It's great for wound healing. Yeah. And I was like, so see, it's not just me that's crazy.
No.
Like,
it's so good.
Even the licensed physicians are like, you should use this for wound healing. I want to get a panel. You got a panel.
My mom took it back. I know. I was like, I guess it is yours, and it did cost $1,000. So
yeah, yes. I know. I was just looking earlier. They are kind of pricey, but I mean,
if you use it, it's amazing.
I use that fucking mask every day. I can't imagine that I wouldn't use.
Same. It's just easier because it's like just on your face. You can go do things. With the panel, you gotta like sit there.
Yeah, true.
But you could like journal.
But here's the thing: I put my mask on, and I really can't do things because I get dizzy.
See, I'll like walk around.
See, I can't. I'm like, I have to sit down. I
Although
can sometimes
yesterday I
even
just laid
scrolling on
there.
my phone. I'm like, I'm dizzy. Like, I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, because it's a lot. It's like seeing through. It's like,
yeah.
do you wear glasses?
No, I have 20/10 vision.
Yeah, 20/20. She wins. But like because you don't have glasses, like we're not used to that.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. It's like, no, I can't. I get really nauseous when I try and walk around.
Yeah.
You should see me. And then like, I don't have like a clear view. So I'm like extra like cranking my head to like try and like do things. Like I look ridiculous. So it probably shouldn't. It's not that thing.
Darius calls me like a WWE wrestler.
You kind of do look like one in yours.
Yeah.
Like El Macho or something.
Yeah, it's fun though. I like it. I think the dogs are scared, but they're not. I'm like, they're not even afraid. They know it's mom. They're good.
Yeah, they're just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Really. Okay. Any other vice that you refuse to kick?
I'm trying to think. My vices. I think a big one, just like you, is like the scrolling. It's hard.
No, the fact that she literally just said that she stepped out of a fitness class today because her like somebody texted her about something. I said, "Bitch, why'd you even bring your phone in there?" And she's like, "I can't help it."
No, it's not even that. It's like I get nervous about work, one, but two, yeah, it is a thing. I'm really trying to like. It's weird because I think that we have a like you don't want to scroll, but then when you're trying to promote like a podcast or a brand or whatever it is,
I know.
you got to know what's trending. You got to know what people are talking about, and then you want to get in the conversation because there are a lot of good things like which we could talk about, like the fitness review thing where you're like you're sitting here and you're listening to it and you're like, wait, that's a great topic.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's timely. Oh, people are talking about this or whatever it is. Like, how did people find out that that person passed, like Gene Hackman passed away? Social media.
Right.
You know, so it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like I don't want to mindlessly scroll, but then scrolling with purpose still feels mindful.
But then sometimes at night, I'm like, I just need something to do before bed. And I just can't
always read. I know. I get really proud of myself when I read a little. Like,
I got that book, The Unexpected Spy, about the chick who like worked in the CIA. Yeah, whatever. It has a very enticing storyline, but like I just start reading it and I'm like, I can't. I'm thinking about fucking something else.
You know what? I got this Woods one that people liked. I forget what the title is, but it's so hard to get into. If I can get into a book, I can finish it.
Yeah.
But if it's hard for me to get into, I think we have matching
zits. Did you just see me popping my pimple
and I have one
under my
right here
chin?
too, same side. But it's like right under the corner of my
I used
chin.
to get a pimple in this exact spot right before I was going to get my period. Isn't that strange? That's not what's happening to me now. But
I'm about to get my period in like 4 days, and I have it here, and I'm like, ugh.
It's driving me nuts. I'm trying not to pick at it, but that's what I'm doing anyways, which is honestly just disgusting if people are watching.
We have matching pimples. How cute is that of us?
we were really taking it the extra mile.
Let's talk about what I just said.
What did you just say?
What I just talked about. Okay, I think her name is Carla, I think, on TikTok. And she was talking about how basically now on social media, people leave a class, like immediately leave like a fitness class, and they go on and they either write a horrible ClassPass review.
Oh, yeah. People are addicted to reviews.
And they start filming themselves about a class, and they're like, oh my God, I just took this class and it was horrible and she was blah, 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 whatever. And you're like, what gives you the authority to be this reviewer? And then two, the other thing, which I think is big, a lot of these studios, and this goes down to like the Pilates craze right now, do not check certifications.
Oh, yeah. And
so people are just teaching whatever fucking class they want without that certification or without a certification. Yeah. And I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Everyone loves to write a fucking review, which I think is, and I appreciate, for a product. But like, I don't know that we need to be like aggressively reviewing.
We are forgetting that there's humans.
Beings.
Yeah, there's humans behind that class. There are humans behind the podium or whatever you're reviewing. Like you're on a bike and maybe you had an off day, whatever it is. After my classes now, I've been like, I am big on feedback. Give me feedback. Because I feel like, why would you write it if you can't say it to my face?
No, 100%.
Like, say it to my face. I would love to
And I think
know.
if it's like a studio complaint, you're like, it was uncleanly. Like, that's one thing. Fine. But I think to just be like, I hated this person that taught this class.
I hated blah, blah, whatever it is. And you just call out the person for all of this shit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
Yeah.
You don't even know that. Sometimes we have bad days.
No, frequently I have bad days.
But also I'm like, what, like the authority that they have, or like the audacity, I guess, to go on and be like, this was blah, blah, blah. It goes back to that core power, like, ranking
Yeah,
of people.
yeah.
It's like, you're forgetting that, like, these are real people teaching the class.
Yeah.
Whether you have a following or not, that's...
And wasn't the entire part of the point of why you just went to that workout class was because you were trying to, like, better yourself in some way, and now you're just, like, taking yourself and then slandering another human on the internet? Like, it's kind of like you're going from one end of the energy spectrum to the other.
And I also think, like, not every instructor is for every person, and there's a reason there's a lot.
No, just don't fucking go back to their shit then.
I think there's something to be said for, like, the people who are, like, you know, there was a TikTok trend that was like, you just paid $45 for this class and you shouldn't, you know, stop working out, whatever. Like, haha, that's funny and I get it, but also, like, is that motivating? Is some people maybe, but maybe to, like, a broader class. I don't think the fact that you paid $27, $30, $35 here, like, you might want a break. It's hot. I don't know. There's different types of motivation, so I get that. And I think sometimes people try to use humor and be funny, and I think it's just like...
But I think it's also just to be dramatic. Because, like, you're not stopping anybody from going to that class if that's their favorite class.
Exactly.
I mean, I fucking, on TikTok, I was like, can somebody tell me what the fuck's going on in a Tracy Anderson class? Because, like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
People love that bitch and everything that she's doing. And it's just, like, not for me. And I've never been, so, like, I can't speak to it. But I just was like, I don't understand the whole concept here. Like, I'm not understanding. My
thing is, and this comes to the second point, is that safe for everybody to do? You are moving so fucking fast.
I'm not paying.
From down to up to left to right. And that's the thing, too. I feel like some of these combinations in class, like on the bike where you're lifting your arms and then one leg's over and one leg's behind you, or like in a Pilates class, you're down, then you're standing, then you're going to the right, then you're going to the left. I'm like, why did we get so complicated?
Yeah, it's acrobatics.
Can we not just be, like, super simple? And
but I'm also not paying $1,000 a month to have my instructor not fucking speak to me.
No, me either. No.
I've never seen. I'm so fascinated by that whole thing.
And Adrian just posted about this, but, like, a big part of a class is the community. And how can you build a community if you're not speaking?
No, I think it's the most bizarre fucking thing ever, and I can't even believe that she has this following that she has, and, like, I don't know. I find the whole thing. I would love to speak to somebody who's been in one of these classes.
Amanda.
Who's Amanda?
I think my friend Amanda.
Well, Amanda, hit me up, girl, because I'm like,
ask her about it later.
Someone has to break this down for me because I don't fucking understand.
Yeah. No, but I think we're getting a lot of this craziness. Not her. She is certified in something. But
in what, we're not sure. But something.
In something. Yeah. But, like, we're getting a lot of that in Chicago. I feel like where everybody's teaching a class and everybody's calling it Pilates. And trust me, I've been guilty of it, where I'm like, should I call this bar Pilates?
Just to draw a crowd?
Bar Pilates, just to draw in people. Like, because people love the Pilates. Whether I'm teaching a bar class, if I call it Pilates, people will come.
Yeah.
First of all, have we forgotten about bar? Because bar is fucking
I think people have forgotten about bar.
They really have.
Yeah.
The pulses, the holds, the lifts, the lowers. Trust me, come to my bar class and I will kick your ass.
Yeah.
150%.
No, I bet
But I think we've forgotten about that, one. But two, this Pilates phase, what's pissing me off is
how much longer
Pilates.
do you think the Pilates yeah, correct. Let's start there. But two, how much longer do you think the Pilates thing is going to be hot?
I thought it would go away already, but it's not. And don't get me wrong, I love a good Pilates class. But a lot of these Pilates classes that I'm going to are not Pilates. Like, hands down, they are sculpt. Great. I'm still getting a good workout. I'm still sore, whatever. It's just not Pilates.
Well, I think people forget also the whole intention of Pilates classes is, like, pelvic, like, tilts and, like, core and like,
breath.
All,
and slow.
Yes.
And
yes.
Again, I'm not certified in Pilates, so, like, I could be completely fucking wrong, but I know I'm not.
There's a lot of pelvic, like, cueing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, like, slow breath. And everybody's like, it's a Pilates sculpt. And I'm like, it's not. It's sculpt. You did not cue breath once.
Yeah.
So, like, the principle of Pilates, gone.
We've lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still, I mean, it's on a high, though.
It is on a high.
Still.
It is on a high.
People don't care.
No.
Do people do mat Pilates anymore? Or
that
is it just reformer Pilates? Oh, okay.
The mat Pilates is much more sculpt.
Is sculpt. I see what you're saying.
The reformer Pilates, I've done Legree, which is not Pilates either. It's like Megaformer.
Yeah.
And it's fucking kick-ass. I'm trying to do one of those a week. prior to
It is.
wedding.
I mean, I will say nothing trains your core like that. You can't train your core muscles like that in any other fashion.
Every single time I go to a Body Rock class, which they're opening in West Loop soon, which is exciting for them, second location in Chicago, is I am sore as fuck. Like
Yeah.
and not really like I would say the inner thighs kneeling or standing and core is always sore.
Okay, but I will also say this. Yes, I agree because my core is always sore too. But I am also a firm believer, and I don't. You can agree or disagree, but like I don't think you actually need to train your core like that. I think that if you properly full body train, there's no need to isolate your core to that degree of intensity.
No, but I think it's the same. It's similar to like I feel like in all these workouts, core, abs, such a big word. So I feel like everybody does.
Everybody's
core
like,
thing.
yeah. But also people forget that your core is not just your abs,
No,
actually.
100%.
It's like
we teach a bar core class at Lifetime, and we like talk about that it's not just like 45 minutes of like straight working like your abdominals. Like, yes, that is your abdominal
it's like
core.
your hip flexors and your pelvis and your glutes
It's
and
like
part
all
of your
like
back and
this like square.
Yeah.
You know, like that whole square. So
People
it really is
forget.
like kind of full body too, but yeah. No, I agree with you. It's a big thing now, though, like that whole thing.
I don't know when.
And I will say, with the whole thing of like studios checking certifications, I think that's huge. I think they should be checking certifications. You should be asking for what they're certified in.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. When I started, I wasn't certified in anything either.
But you went through a training there.
I did.
They
Okay,
weren't
so
just
fair.
like-
I guess I get.
They
I see
weren't
what
just
you're
like
saying.
get on the bike
I see.
and go teach a class.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
a lot of these places are like audition,
And then
show me what you
I get what
got,
you mean.
go teach.
Yeah.
And then these people are getting bad reviews.
Right.
That's where like it's like, well, what has the studio trained you in?
Mhm.
Or, you know, like a lot of places, and I do this where I teach like my own method, but like it still needs to be on brand for the studio. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to follow the narrative.
Yeah.
They're not doing it.
That's a big thing on the internet right now.
I can barely fucking keep up with
know,
the big
same.
things on the internet right
Same.
now. Every time I turn around. Or it's like I try and like keep up with what's on the internet and then there's some like politics shit that I'm like, I have to scroll past this so fast
Yeah.
because I can't, my like brain cells can't handle it.
You know what? It's a balance. I feel like I need to know what's going on in the news to stay like not smart.
An
smart's not the
educated
word.
human being, yeah. But like you're just like, this isn't
It's
news.
just so sad.
But also sometimes I watch it and I'm like, this isn't news.
No.
This isn't breaking news.
No.
Also, what's going on with the fucking planes?
Okay, I have to fly and I'm nervous.
Because I swear to God, every time I get on a plane, I'm like, what are the odds?
No,
that'll
and
happen to me.
every time I open my phone and look at the news, there's something about a
Well,
plane.
I guess so. My best friend, who's got more paranoid anxiety than anybody I've ever met in my entire life, she was like, I did research into this planes thing. She was like, and actually, at this time last year, there was more plane incidences than there are right now, but we're just reporting on it more. We're covering it more in the news. Why do you think that is? Why are we constantly talking about the crashing fucking planes? Like, what's going on? Somebody knows something about the planes that we don't know.
Yeah, I think that literally, I think someone's fucking with us. Or they're like trying to hire more people or something like that for like TSA, something like that.
I feel like,
Like
we're
the air
getting rid
traffic
of. I feel
controllers?
like we're getting rid of employees
Are we?
left and
I
right.
don't fucking know. I don't know.
I don't know.
To
You better
me,
get your
though-
fucking taxes done before the half of the IRS is gone.
I know. My
And
taxes,
you better
I
get
think, are
on.
done.
You better book your flights and get on your planes now because it's
No,
just getting.
it's crazy.
I
Like
know.
literally, I was like, I'm nervous to fly.
Well, and okay, also that where was it that they just did I? Oh, it was a pen. I was like, I heard something. The plane that landed upside down. It was in Canada,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Here's $30,000. $30,000."
Okay. Also, though, why did that plane land when it was so icy and snowy?
I don't know. Multiple people fucked up in that scenario, but like, let me tell you something. If I'm riding in a plane and it lands upside down, $30,000 ain't gonna cut it.
Give me $1 million.
$30 million,
Yeah.
and I might turn and look the other way. And also, I will be flying for free for the rest of my life.
Yes, on a different airline.
30,000, yeah. Private. For
I
the
don't know.
rest
Did
of
you
eternity.
see that private airline and the Southwest airline?
I know, but
In
I just
Chicago,
can't.
nonetheless.
$30,000, and everyone got the same amount of money,
Yeah, no.
and no matter the degree of injury,
You know what? Here's my thing, though.
there's absolutely no way.
Thank goodness no one was seriously injured in that.
I understand, but I'm not.
But also,
I'm
I'm
telling
never
you,
taking my
$30,000.
taking my seatbelt off before they stop and that door comes and they say,
Do you ever
"Let's go."
think? Do you ever think to yourself, like, when there's bad turbulence, like, what your move is?
I literally can't. I'm the most anxious. I'm like, I want to like text someone and be like, "Listen, if this is my last time, like, you know
If
what?
you crash over and into a body of water, are you swimming or are you finding something to float on?
Something to float on. Are you fucking kidding? Where the
I
fuck
feel-
am I swimming?
I
Unless
don't
I
know.
see a shore. I'm not swimming anywhere. And what if there's a shark
I
underneath
feel like
me?
we can't just stay out there on the cushion.
Why?
Because who knows how long you're going to be out there?
Well,
I'm
also,
swimming.
Also, a fucking cushion where the shark is going to see my feet and
I
come
mean,
and get
right,
me.
that's what I'm saying. So we got to start swimming. I'm
but
swimming.
Which way? I guess, you know what? I don't even want to fucking imagine.
I don't know, but like,
Are
do
you
you ever
watching Yellow
sometimes-
Jackets?
Yes. I fucking love
Yes.
Yellow Jackets.
Same.
Great show.
Same.
Great show.
But I think about that too. Like they landed and now some weird shit's going on up here.
100%. I don't know. I think
Listen,
if I'm on
as
the
my
plane
mother
and
would
it's-
say, poo poo poo, God forbid. Not happening. We got to think the best. I bite my tongue every time I think of something on the airplane, and I'm like.
But the second you get that hard turbulence, you're like, this is. But see, never in my life before have I been like, this is it. And I think now I might.
You know what though? A lot of pilots say that like bad turbulence, they're never worried about.
I always judge it by how the staff looks.
Oh,
like if the plane
same.
staff is calm, cool, and collected, I'm like, we're fine. But the second they sit down and strap up,
Yes,
I'm panicking.
when they look at each other like, okay, but like if they're going down the hallway and they're or the like aisle and they're just like, everybody's
Yeah,
their seatbelt
there's
on?
like they're rocking back and forth, and they're like, "Diet Coke for you,
Yeah.
ma'am," and like I'm like, "Okay,
I'm
we're
like,
fine."
all right, I'm good. I feel great
I
about
thought for a
this.
second I was like, I should be, what are they? What's the proper term? They're flight attendants. Yes, you can't say stewardess or any of those other things anymore. I don't know. I always fuck it up. The people that work on the planes. I always thought I wanted to do that because I like, why not? You love to travel and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But now I'm like,
No, no, thank you.
mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I'm very nervous because I do have to fly.
Yeah. Well, I do quite a bit upcoming here in a few months,
Yeah.
but
So I'm a little nervous, but
I'll
just
tell you
gonna
what.
send out the good vibes.
Well, if you do crash, I will be representing you in a court of law. And
God
you will be getting more than
forbid.
$30,000.
Yes, true. My lawyer, everybody. Yes,
Like 100%.
we will be getting 30 million. But God
Minimum.
forbid, I don't even want to think about it.
I know, but yeah, it's a lot of plane.
Yeah,
a lot
it
of plane
is.
drama lately.
It really is, and
Crazy. What else do we have to talk about today?
Let's think. What else is going on in the world? The Oscars were last night. You didn't watch, but did you see the fashion?
Yeah, that's the only reason why I watch is for the fashion.
And who did you like? Who didn't you like?
I didn't like Scarlett Johansson, that Velvet number.
Yeah, no.
No, ma'am.
You know what? She's so beautiful.
Everybody that
and I
did
feel like
Velvet,
it aged
except for
her.
the girl from Wicked,
Oh, I mean, that was
slay.
incredible.
Her and Ari.
But do you think
Listen, when I
do you think
die-
they overdid the good witch, bad witch thing?
No, I think it was perfectly executed. And when I die, I would like to be buried in some kind of, and not buried into the ground. I'd like to be in a drawer because my grandma she's in a nice porcelain drawer, like an
Oh.
Italian marble or something, because she was like, I don't want the bugs crawling on me.
Yes.
Neither do I.
Me either. I don't want maggots and shit.
So I want to be in a drawer high up, right under that lady. But I would love to be in a nice Schiaparelli piece, like with a crisp hip or like a cut shoulder.
Noted. I got you, girl.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
That's all I want.
I'm older, but it's okay.
It's-
You go first. I got you.
I'm definitely dying before you. Okay?
I don't know.
Someone in the universe is like, her
I got
time's
you,
gonna come
girl.
fast.
I got
But
you.
yeah. Who else did I?
Demi Moore, I already said it, but I thought she was
Yeah.
incredible. I thought I'm trying to think of who else I thought was good. First of all, are you watching White Lotus?
I watched the first episode.
Okay, I did not know that the girl or the woman who is Thai and she's like she works at the hotel. I didn't know she was a singer and she
From
performed
Blackpink?
it.
Lisa?
Lisa?
Yeah.
Zero idea.
Yeah.
I was like, Darius, this girl is in White Lotus. And he was like, what? And
It's
both of us
Lisa
were
from
like,
Blackpink.
What? We had no idea. Literally, both of us were like, never
Well,
heard of her.
that's K-pop music. So I guess if you're not into the K-pop, you wouldn't know. Which, not that I'm big into the K-pop until I like walk through the aisles of Gangnam and it's like going off there. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, I know some of their stuff, but I don't know them enough to.
No. I know like the BTS.
BTS.
I know them.
They are the female BTS.
Got it. Okay.
That's disrespectful. They're not the same. They are just a very popular
I didn't know
girl
that.
group.
I literally was like, I didn't even know she sang.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know she spoke English, truly.
Yeah.
I thought she was like legit a Thai actor,
Uh-huh.
which I think she is.
Yeah. You know, I mean, there was no like extremely marvelous fashion, I feel like. Some of it was
I'm
really
excited to see
well
the
done.
like Vanity Fair like after party.
They released some of it.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't
Yeah,
scrolled
yeah,
today.
yeah.
I've been very busy. Literally have not. I haven't even shared my Monday mantras, which I think is now going to be a monthly thing versus a weekly thing.
Yeah.
And
I think a monthly mantra is easier to keep up with.
I think also it's like more natural,
Yeah.
you know?
Because today's mantra is fuck it.
I just got to live.
Back to bed.
Today's mantra is let's start over.
Yeah. That's fine.
What was
But
I
yeah,
saying?
no, I was only scrolling when I had to go pee in a cup today.
Yes.
And you can never do those things quickly.
Yes.
So I was scrolling, and that's
You
when
know
was
what else
looking
I
at
think
fashion.
is like so strange? Timothy Chalamet
Uh-huh.
and Kylie Jenner. They
Yes.
just do not seem
They don't.
like
And
a
it's
pair,
mostly
but I think
because-
maybe it works. But they just
But do you feel like she would snap him in half? Because that's how I feel.
I literally feel like
And
there's
I
got to
couldn't be
some
attracted
like
to that.
like I don't know, something
Weird
in
fetish
there.
thing?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I always need someone who can like lift me and hold me.
Yeah, no.
I
If
feel
I
bigger
put
than
my
you-
thigh down and it spreads out to be wider than your thigh,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
No, if I feel bigger than you, I'm way more
Mortified.
self-conscious than I already am. as a human.
Mortified.
Yeah.
No,
I need to
I
be
want to
feel-
feel like a stick princess.
I need to be felt like you can throw me on the bed and everything is fine.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Mhm.
And I feel like there's no way he's doing that for her.
Maybe. She's throwing him.
She is throwing him, I think. Which to each their own, I guess,
Yeah,
if
I
that's what you're
guess.
into, but it couldn't fucking be me.
No judgments.
I'm
A
judging.
little bit.
Yeah. I'm judging,
Yeah.
100%.
We both are.
I just said this the other day. Did you see my TikTok? I got a hate comment.
I did.
I got a TikTok hate comment.
You snapped back and she was like, block.
Somebody, I believe it was a male because the cartoon picture that was attached to the account was of a
very
male
male-y.
cartoon.
Yeah.
They were like, they commented on a piece that I snipped from this actually, and they were like, make podcasting equipment more expensive. So like I
AKA,
can't. Yes.
So she can't podcast.
So I can't podcast. And I was like, touche. And then I was like, maybe TikTok should require people to have redeeming qualities to be on here. And then, yeah, I got blocked immediately.
Because you can't. This is the thing. People can dish it. They can't take it.
Right.
And that's the thing about feedback
Right.
too, that we talked about this, I think, offline. But like you need to be able to give feedback, receive it, and not take it like personally, but be like, okay, how can I grow
No, the
from
worst
it?
kinds of people that are people that can't aren't receptive to feedback.
One, aren't receptive, and two, can't give it.
No,
Like
yeah.
if you can't give feedback face to face and be like, hey, I didn't like this, like whatever it is, or like, but then similar to like online, but then you can go online or go talk to someone else behind their back and like say it to them. Why, ask yourself, why can you go talk shit or go write a review online, yet you can't say it to the person's face? What is that? It says more about you than it does about them.
Yeah, and those people shouldn't own businesses, but they do. So But yeah, no, it's I like, and that was my whole point was like, I get it. We all judge, but like if you're gonna clap, I'm gonna clap back.
And when you do, then he's like,
And 9 times out of 10, I'm more clever.
but also that's when someone's like, ooh, that dug a little too deep.
I know.
Rescinded.
can't-
It's like,
I know.
you can't dish it if you can't take it.
Yeah.
Really.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was really looking for like an online battle to start. And
Yeah.
then I got blocked and I was like, oh.
He really ruined that for you.
Yeah. I don't know, who knows, but
Yeah. It bought.
bot.
Fucking
It was a
AI
clever
coming
fucking
at
bot, yeah. Also, I wasn't even saying anything annoying. Like sometimes I say some annoying shit and I was
Yeah.
actually making like
Yeah.
a decent point.
No, it was about discipline, right?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
just have some fucking discipline, and that
You know what? It was probably a reflection where he was like, I have no, or she, it, whatever they, that it hit too deep.
yeah, that couch cockroach was probably on his like 18th game of the night and was like, I I mean, like game.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like game or
like
game.
Deep in the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to insult this girl.
Yeah.
Man, good times. I love the general public.
Yeah, sometimes.
No, not at all.
You hate them.
I fucking hate
You
the
don't
general
like people.
public. No, and I'm a nurse. Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah, but you're good with people and people like you.
Yeah. If I have to be good with, yes, that I can do. But that's also why I went to work in the ICU, because I was like, I just want you sedated with a
Almost
tube
dead.
down your throat. Yeah. But it doesn't, honestly, that's not any better, because then you just get their crazy fucking family members that are like
Yeah.
10 times as bad.
See, I was literally telling my mom that I should have been a nurse because I would make so much money and I'd be so good at talking to people.
Yeah, I
But
don't
I hate
recommend.
blood.
Yeah.
And I faint at everything, so I just couldn't do it.
And just like then you have to just work in an environment. Well, I guess this is kind of where we worked, but like you work in an environment where someone tells you you're an idiot like 900 times a day.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. And by like the 899th time, you're like, am I an idiot? You know?
Wait, am
You're
I?
like, hang on a second. And you're like explaining to Uncle Billy Bob that like
Am I dumb?
that like grandpa's heart's failing and he's not like, we can't just get him a new one, you know? And
No.
that he's like, you're a fucking idiot. And you're like, you're right.
Thank you.
Totally my fault.
Yes.
100%.
Everything is my fault.
Yeah. I love that. I love that about healthcare.
Maybe things are changing.
No, they're not. I think they're
I
getting
know.
exponentially worse. I think we have to move to a different country. And I really think
move.
I think we should start thinking about it. Yeah. So I've heard it's really easy to become a Portuguese citizen.
Oh, I
It's beautiful
love
there.
Portugal. I was going to say Portugal. I love Portugal.
Uh-huh. So I was thinking there or like one of the Dutch countries.
Not Greenland or Iceland.
Like
I think he wants Greenland.
okay, how about the Swiss? I don't know.
Switzerland. They're neutral.
It seems
I'm in.
I just think
You figure that out for us.
yeah, I think we got to have a plan.
Yeah.
Like right now we don't have a plan. We
Next
should have a plan.
episode, we will have a plan.
About where? Because for a second I was like, we'll just go to Canada, and it's not going well up there.
No, we're not going to Canada. I would
She was,
think
no, we're not
No.
going to Canada. She's like, I'm Jewish. We can't go to Canada.
no. Let's go to like
They don't recognize us up there.
You know, I have to do some deep thinking about this, but I think there's some places we can go.
Well, the
You know what? I
Dutch,
could go to Lithuania,
the Dutch.
but I think
I think
Russia
it's
might
scary there.
Invade
Yeah,
there too.
I'm nervous about that.
Yeah.
Although our very first out of United States viewer came from Moscow.
We love you.
Which there's something wrong with that. But the Dutch countries, they sleep, they do okay, so like so it's like a bed, like it's yours and Darius's bed, but there's two different sets
Love it.
of sheets.
Amazing.
So you're in your own fucking
Please bring that to America.
like you're in your own fucking sleeping bag.
no, I need that.
There's a divide almost.
I don't need to cuddle
Fuck
when we're
no.
going to bed.
No.
I
Honestly,
want my
ever.
space.
But yeah.
Yeah, I want my space. I want you over there, me over here. I want to be like, if there was a bigger size than a king bed, I'd buy it.
You'd buy it,
I
yeah.
would. The California king is longer. It's not wider.
It's not, yeah. And like
I'd be fine with separate rooms.
honestly, okay, let's talk about that. Let's normalize separate rooms because I fucking would love Thomas will drop dead when he hears this.
Same with Darius.
He's
Darius
like-
will be like, why did you say that?
No, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm like, we have to get a 2-bedroom apartment when we decide to live together so that I can have my own room.
Listen,
And he's like, for guests. I'm
if
like, for
Darius
myself.
didn't snore, it wouldn't be as bad.
I know, but
because he
still, I don't want you to
snores-
fucking touch me. Like,
No, I want
I
my
love you, but
space.
get the fuck off me.
I want my space. I want
Yeah.
you to be here, me to be here. And Darius actually has like respected that because when we first started dating, he like always wanted to cuddle and he's like, can't we sleep cuddling? And I'm like, you can. I
can't.
cannot.
No.
Like, I don't sleep
no.
that way.
No.
I can't like we can watch TV and like cuddle a little or like our feet can be touching, but when I go to sleep,
Get
there
off
better
of me.
not be anything touching me.
No.
Nothing.
Don't even breathe on me.
No. Don't face me.
Turn around. Yeah.
Do not face me.
Turn around, put your head at the
When
other
Darius
end of the bed.
falls asleep and he's facing me, I'm like, I shake him and I'm like,
Roll over.
turn over. Turn the other
Fucking
way.
roll over. Yeah.
Do not look at me.
No, I can't. I can't do it. I want my own room. Like
I think it's
so
smart.
bad.
Honestly, I'm for it.
And,
Darius
you know,
has his own.
and like sometimes I just like to be fucking left alone. So what's gonna happen on the nights where like I mean I lived with my ex. I know how this whole thing works,
Yeah.
but like still,
Yeah.
you know, like I just don't bother me.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's so people are
shoe
like,
fly, don't
they're
bother
not
me.
sleeping together.
What is that? Is that a song? Shoe
Who?
fly, don't bother me.
I don't know. It's bringing up a weird childhood memory. It doesn't feel like I want to tap into it, whatever it is. It's feeling unsafe, you know?
I think it's at that point.
We should call it a
where
fucking
I'm
day.
losing my mind.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
What's up with your week?
I picked up some time at the cancer center because I don't know how to sit still. I'm taking my CPT test next Friday.
Oh my God!
I scheduled it.
I should schedule mine.
You should.
Just so I have it.
Aren't you gonna isn't your thing gonna expire? Aren't they lady, take the test?
They moved it out for me. So I have until the end of June.
Okay.
Not that I'm
You don't
planning
have time.
wedding. I'm planning a wedding.
You're not gonna have any time in June or May.
I know.
Might as well take it today.
I gotta fucking just do it.
I know.
That's the thing. I have the book. I have everything. You printed everything out, yeah?
I just print it NASM gives you a study guide, so I just printed that out to mark up. But honestly, I haven't even fucking touched the thing. Yeah. It's not if you use a couple of your brain cells, you can figure out what it wants to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have that, and then no, fucking nothing. I'm probably gonna deep clean my apartment because it feels like spring maybe is coming.
Yeah.
So I need to do that. I'd love to buy some new clothes.
Yeah, go do that.
Because I have no clothes.
Go do that.
So, but yeah, I think that's all that's on my agenda. Yourself?
Let's see. Honestly, not a whole lot, which is good. We're doing my mom, Darius's mom, and us. We're doing a cute little lunch this weekend, which will be nice for all of us to get together. Mm-hmm. Other than that, literally trying to keep my head above water.
Yeah.
Trying to.
That feels like a common theme in your life. She's working on it.
For sure, yeah. But yeah, no, just trying to and just trying to.
You should quit your job.
Balance. You know what? Maybe that would help.
It's working wonders for me. I had to get this physical today, and first of all, people who do physicals at urgent care, the fact that's what I should have done. I should have gone to med school to become a doctor, and then gone to do physicals at an urgent care because this woman just
tapped your knee.
Yeah, barely looked at me. She felt my radial pulse through 8 sweatshirts that I had on, and I was like, that's not a thing, ma'am. There's absolutely no way that's to be, but it's fine. And then she was like, I see that you wrote on your intake form that you have generalized anxiety. And I was like, mm-hmm. And she's like, are you taking something for that? And I was like, no. And she's like, would you like to take something for that? And I was like, I think I'm just going to go to therapy. I don't really know that I want you, ma'am, who doesn't even know how to do a physical, to then write me a script for an anxiety med. But yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's quit your job.
Yes.
It's really the way to do it. If you're down and out, everyone, just quit your job.
Yeah.
I don't advise doing that if you're not financially stable, because then that's just going to cause more turmoil.
Yeah.
But think about it. Take a week off. Why don't you take a week off?
Well, I am. I'm taking 3 weeks off for the wedding.
Well, why don't you take one off now?
I could use a few days off. I haven't done that in a while where I actually took a day. I should do that.
Take a Friday, have a long weekend. Or take a Monday. Take a Monday.
Mondays are better.
Having a Monday off is so much better than having a Friday off.
I should do that. Just take a day.
Yeah, I think you should.
But that's all. That's all I got. Nothing really.
Nothing crazy yet.
It's
starting to get nice out.
I know. And this is really a week where I need the title of our podcast just to remember that, everything's fine.
Yes.
It's okay. Everything's fine.
Yes.
No, it's not.
No, it never is.
But,
that's
I just
the whole
need
point.
that. Yeah.
See what we did there?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I did see what we did there.
All right. Well, another one down. Also, real quick, did you see our episodes aren't numbered for the people out there?
Yes, they are.
No, they stopped. Some girl complained about it on Instagram. I responded.
We will.
But we're tending to that.
Yeah, we will tend to that, and we will number because this is number 21.
Every nosy fuck that wants to know about Jordan's friendship trauma history is like, I can't find the episode. Oh. And I'm like, we will number them. So sorry.
Number 21.
Yeah, crazy.
Is now this one, which is awesome, and we only started in October. So you know what? We should be really proud.
Yeah, we've got a big thing coming too.
Yeah, that we're gonna turn this baby off and start planning.
Yeah.
Save the date, April 5th. 4th? No,
something.
5th.
We'll get back to you.
Save the date in April.
That first
more to come.
Sometime. Yeah.
All right. Well, friends, as always, we'll leave you with the message that I need the most.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Do, 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 do,
no,
do,
cut
do,
it.
Do.